All right, folks. My name is David Deviney. I'm your instructor for Bio 163 this fall 2019 semester. I just wanted to go over some things in Moodle, some things that you can kind of expect and what you should be looking for when you start, because I know it can be kind of overwhelming at first. So when you log into Moodle, the first thing you're going to be able to see and nothing else is kind of this first course informations tab, along with the syllabus quiz, and some information about ordering the lab kit. If you haven't ordered the lab kit yet, you need to go ahead and do that. If you live in North Carolina, the kit will come to you within probably 3 days most. So you need to get that coming. Otherwise, you're going to be behind pretty quickly on lab stuff. So there's the link for that. Before you can see anything else in the course, you need to take this syllabus quiz. So you'll just click on that quiz. It'll open up, look something like this, and you'll just answer those 5 questions. You can only take it one time. It's what we use as a point of entry for the course, and so you need to make sure you take that. If you don't take that by the census date, which is the 26th, I believe, yes, August 26th, then you will be removed from the course. So make sure you get on that, take that syllabus quiz first thing. The next thing I have for you is just a series of lectures. So this is Bozeman Biology. These particular lectures are optional, so if you click on those, it'll take you to a different link, and this is the Bozeman Biology or Bozeman Science webpage. And so you can see here some intro stuff, some basic chemistry, cell tissues, membranes, skeletal muscle, muscular, nervous system, so on and so forth. So plenty of supplemental lectures there for you, so try to make use of those as much as you can. Chapter 1 stuff then starts next. So pretty much the way I will lay out every chapter is like this. You'll have a PowerPoint, so here's PowerPoint for chapter 1. You'll have a lecture video. Usually these lecture videos are the crash course series. So if you know the crash course series of lectures, whether it's biology or whatever. Again, these lectures I'm not grading on whether or not you watch the lecture. However, it would be extremely helpful if you did, in fact, watch the lecture video. So make sure to watch that. Then underneath, probably where you should spend a good amount of your time here are with the chapter quizzes. The way I set these chapter quizzes up is you can take them as many times as you want to. I'll only keep the highest grade, and every time you open it up, it'll give you probably a different set of questions because it pulls from a bank. So chapter 1 here, there may be 60 or 70 questions in the bank. You'll click on it and open it. It'll look something like this. Right? You'll answer these questions. You'll submit it. It'll give you whatever grade you've earned there, and then you can go back and take it again. When you open it up, you'll see maybe some of the same questions, but you'll see some different questions too. You'll take it again. Hopefully you do better, and then it'll keep your highest grade. What you should not do, if you open this reading quiz and you take it the first time and you make 100, you certainly should not stop there. At that point, you've made the 100, great. Keep taking it. You can't do worse, and it's only going to help you study for the exams. Exams will happen every 2 chapters, and they'll be pretty similar to the quizzes, except I'll throw in some short answer questions there too. But we'll talk more about exams when we get to that point. The other thing you'll have are lab materials. So notice for chapter 1 here that's due August 22nd, you have some safety lab stuff to kind of go over. These are just kind of general rules for how you should generally kind of behave when you do labs and how to dispose of things and things of that nature. But what you'll see here is this. You're going to have a PDF for every lab. So you'll open that PDF, and that's kind of your lab book. That's going to tell you how to do the labs that you're doing for that particular week. Then underneath the PDF, you've got this Word file. The Word files are the questions that you're going to answer for that particular lab. So you'll open that up, you'll answer those questions, and then underneath that, I've got a place where you'll submit those actual labs. Right? So if I open up the PDF. Right, here's what it looks like. Right, just pretty general stuff. Right. On how to do the labs. I'll open up the Word document now, just to kind of show you what it might look like. Right, and so for the safety lab, it's pretty cut and dry, right? So you're just gonna put your signature in here or whatever. And for your signature, it doesn't have to be your actual signature. If you want to type that in, that's fine too. One of the things you need to be careful of with these Word documents, and I'm speaking probably specifically to folks that work with Apple products, when you save this, you need to make sure you go to File, Save As, right? And then if I want to save it somewhere on this PC, right? So maybe I want to save it to my desktop. I want to make sure I save it as a Word document or as a PDF. A lot of you Apple folks, it will default and save it as a .pages file. I can't open those. I can't do anything with those. So if you save it if you save your labs as a .pages file, I'm gonna send you an email and say I can't see your lab material, and you run the risk of getting a 0 there. So make sure you go in, save as Word document or PDF, and then submit it that way. You'll be fine. So the way you would submit it, so there was the actual Word document. You opened up, you answer the questions, you sign it. Then to actually submit it, this looks a little different than the way yours will. But you'll click that link, and then the page it pulls up will give you a space there to actually upload your lab results. Right? So I know that sounds a little bit confusing probably right now, but as you work through it, it'll make more sense, certainly as the weeks go by. The other thing I will have you do this semester is answer some short answer questions out of the back of your chapters, just to kind of make sure that you're reading the material and keeping up and thinking about it a little more deeply than just kind of staring at some PowerPoints or whatever. So again, for every chapter, I have a PowerPoint, lecture video, a chapter quiz, and then a lab for most chapters. One of the things I do is I leave it pretty open as far as due dates, meaning for each chapter, I give you one due date. Some instructors, for instance, would give you, maybe you'd have a Wednesday due date and a Friday due date, or a Tuesday and a Thursday due date. I don't do that. I only give you one due date for everything. So everything in Chapter 1 is due August 22nd. So August 22nd, 11:55 p.m. rolls around. Everything should be submitted at that point, and then maybe you can go on and start working on Chapter 2 material. Right. So again, here, Chapter 2, there's a PowerPoint, there's some lecture videos, there's your quiz, there's your lab, and then notice your first exam comes up in week 2. Right? So we'll just march along through the semester that way. Right? Chapter 3, there's the PowerPoint, there's the videos, there's the quiz, there's the lab. And again, I'll put some links in there for you to upload the short answer questions from the back of your book too. Not the back of the book, the back of the chapters. And that's pretty much how the semester will roll out. I'll make sure to email you a bunch of times. Please make sure you're using your CCCTI email. That's the only one that I can respond to you with. So if you send me emails from a personal email account, I'm not supposed to reply to that. Again, just for kind of bookkeeping issues. So for instance, if someone was to contest something and they were to say, well, I sent you an email, your emails through CCC and TI are kind of public documents, so we have access to those should we need it. We don't have access to your personal email accounts, and so we need to make sure that we are communicating that way. Just like I can't communicate with you through my personal email account, right? That just wouldn't be the ethical thing to do. So make sure you're checking that. Also, if you're not checking your CCC and TI email account, you're not going to see if I change a due date on something, or if I post an exam, or if I post another some kind of assignment that's not in here right now. You may not know about it in time because you're not checking your emails. You should check your emails at least one time a day, if not more. Right. So my emails are sent right to my phone. I get a notification. I check them pretty regularly. If you send me an email and haven't heard back within, certainly 24 hours, send me another email. Don't worry about it. Maybe except for the weekends. If you send me an email Friday afternoon at 7 p.m. And I haven't responded by Saturday at 7 p.m., well, give me some more time there. I try not to do a whole lot of work on the weekends, which is why I have your due dates set for Thursdays and not on the weekends. Right. I think that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions as we move through, I'll make sure to communicate with you a lot. I'll try to do these videos often. I might even try to live stream some to give you some kind of virtual office hours if that's a thing you'd like to do. I try to make sure it's pretty cut and dry for you as to what do I expect as far as due dates and all that. But if you have any questions, let me know.